see, there are two best men. So, you're probably wondering, why does it take two of us to describe the groom? Well, as the man at the tuxedo shop said to me when I was trying my pants on, there's a lot to fit in. Mike and I did flip a coin and agreed that the winner would take the second speech, and the loser, well, he would get the extra tight suit, so thanks for sticking your part, Mike. Joking aside, the bridesmaids looked stunning, only to be outshined by the gorgeous bride, Ivana. And Jeff, you did a good job choosing our tuxedos for today. I think we all look very dapper. And I'd like to personally thank Jeff and Ivana for giving me this amazing opportunity to wear a suit in July. Obviously, one of the main duties of the best man speech, or the best man, is giving the speech. So I spent many sleepless afternoons at work worrying and thinking about this. Sorry, Mom. This is a great day, not only for Jeff and Ivana, but for all of you to join in their celebration of love. But despite what you might be expecting, I'm not going to roast anybody. I've always believed that if you can't say something good about someone, you're probably talking about Jeffrey Bayless. As we heard before, Jeff met Ivana in the mailroom at their apartment complex. The following day, Jeff found out where Ivana parked her car and left a note under her windshield wiper. Fonz, what were you thinking when you saw that note? In marrying Jeff today, you've reinforced what I've always thought and lived by, that stalking and harassing someone will eventually pay off. It is wonderful to be here today, though. There was a time when I thought the prospect of Jeff getting married was about as likely as Donald Trump becoming U.S. president. Wait! If Jeff married it, that means, oh God, no! There is an unwritten rule of wedding etiquette that states that nobody should look more handsome than the groom. Well, I'd like to apologize on behalf of myself. I would like to thank Walt and Mr. B for sticking to that rule here tonight. And Walt, when I saw Ivana heading down the aisle with you this afternoon, I thought, at least she's finally smartened up and got herself a man with looks and money. As we gather to honor the marriage of Jeff and Ivana, I look out over a sea of familiar faces. Many I recognize from the years Jeff and I attended college together, or our weekends at the lake. Their presence here speaks volumes about the kinds of people Jeff and Ivana are. When your college friends travel hundreds of miles to be with you on the most important day of your life, it can only mean one thing: open bar! For those of you that don't know, Jeff and I first met at Roger Williams University. I was there to get my degree, and Jeff, well, he showed up. Jeff was a legend in the classroom. You know, a bit like Bigfoot. There were many sightings of him, but none of them were actually confirmed. Everyone who knows Jeff knows he's a real thinker. He's always thinking about Ivana, friends, family, and of course, the lake house. In fact, he starts thinking from the moment he gets up and doesn't stop thinking until he opens his mouth. I knew from way back during freshman year of college that Jeff would be a good husband. Sorry to break it to you, Mr. and Mrs. B, but Jeff thought it was a good idea to get his ears pierced before spring break. I realized that Jeff, with his golden stud earrings, was preparing for marriage then, buying jewelry while suffering pain and hurt. Rooming with Jeff was no easy feat. We had our ups and downs, our fun nights, but most of all, many weird times together. Nothing was weirder than when I walked in on Jeff naked doing a strip dance in his towel. And that all made sense to me, because just last week I overheard Jeff asking Ivana how she would feel if he went outside naked and worked on their new patio. Ivana immediately answered, "Our neighbors would definitely think I'm marrying you for your money." She wanted to go somewhere hot, steamy, and somewhere Jeff has never been. I suggested the gym. But seriously, to get in shape and turn up for the wedding, Jeff took up CrossFit classes. He also told me he skips CrossFit classes mostly. Not all of you may know that Jeff and Vons were originally scheduled to go to Sri Lanka for their honeymoon. Then they abruptly decided to go to Hawaii instead. Ivana said it was because they heard about some of the problems going on there. Jeff secretly told me it's because Sri Lanka is one of the few countries left in the world that doesn't have a single McDonald's. But enjoy your honeymoon, guys. It'll be nice not needing to know what day it is, what time it is, or where you're supposed to be. For Jeff, it'll be just like another day at New Way. I know Jeff is a little nervous about taking so much time off from work. He says it's because the store can't do it without him. The truth is, he knows it can. He just doesn't want Mr. B to find out. Jeff and Ivana have decided to get married for better or for worse, which is appropriate, since Jeff, you couldn't have done any better. Vons, you couldn't have done any worse. When it came to writing this speech, I really didn't know what to say. I considered talking about Jeff and Ivana and how they grew up in different states and magically met, but to be honest with you, I haven't seen any evidence to suggest that they've actually grown up yet. And in the relatively short time I've known Jeff, we've been through a lot together. Mostly cases of beer, a few wigs on Halloween and not on Halloween, an occasional slingshot through a glass window, and a highly regrettable Real World and Wrestling Wednesday feast. But mainly lots of fun and friendship, for which I am very thankful for. I think it's fair to say that we were drawn together by our mutual laziness. We both like nothing more than to sit on the couch watching TV with a nice buffalo chicken pizza. Now, there's nothing I wouldn't do for Jeff, and likewise, there's nothing Jeff wouldn't do for me. In fact, we've spent most of our time together doing nothing for each other. When Jeff asked me to say a few lines at his wedding, I knew the expectations were going to be extremely high, which made me think, am I really qualified for a job this big? But after much deliberation, I realized that few people would be better qualified to stand here right now and talk about the real Jeffrey Bayless. Because with all due respect to Mrs. B, I was like a mother to that boy. I watched him drink from a bottle. I cleaned up after him when he was sick. I watched him stagger around naked, and I can't even remember the number of times I had to help him walk. Ivana, I'd like to leave you with this relationship advice. A man is like a hardwood floor. You lay it right the first time and you can walk all over it for the rest of your life. But in all seriousness, from the minute I saw Jeff and Ivana together, they had this uncanny ability to bring happiness, laughter, and good times into my life. We've already shared many special memories together, and I know for sure that there will be many more in the future. And I'm lucky that they will always be a big part of my life. Jeff and Ivana, as is customary, I brought you 2 a wedding gift today. But it's just one gift given on this one special day. You two, on the other hand, give me a gift 365 days of the year by not just being my friend, but by giving me hope that I too will one day be as happy as the 2 of you are today. Love you guys. Congrats.